Hello and welcome to ASV. This video will be part 2 of our series about the pre-practice time, that short window of time right before you go into your vocal practice session, and what steps you can take to help set yourself up for a more rewarding vocal practice session. Now in part 1, we talked about the importance of self-emotional and physical check-ins. In today's video, I'm going to give you some exercises that can get your mind, your body, and your breath ready for your vocal practice session. So let's start off with me giving you a mindset exercise. So what I would recommend before you start to sing is to be able to have goals in mind for that vocal practice session. So those goals might be to learn a new song, to work on expanding your vocal range, to be mindful of your breath support, to work on vocal tone or pronunciation, or to study how the music and text work together and how you can emotionally connect to it. Or maybe this practice session is simply a time to distract yourself from life's other burdens. Whatever the reason, whatever the purpose, make sure you put a name to it and that you have goals in mind. Then I would say apply the strive to learn mentality. Well, what is the strive to learn mentality? It's this. It's finding a healthy balance between analyzing and correcting your singing mistakes and accepting where you are in your vocal development and taking joy in that. Now, the perfectionist, on one hand, will often be way too hard on themselves and focus only on any of the negative outcomes of the practicing. If the singing is not up to their exacting standards, then they might see that practice session as a waste of time and no real growth will occur. Now, on the other side of the spectrum is the more lackadaisical singer. This is a singer who doesn't name any goals and who might just go into every single practice session doing the exact same thing every time. Maybe it's just singing the same song over and over again without seeking ways to really improve their voice through it. This also will not enable any kind of real vocal growth. Having a strive to learn mentality allows you, the singer, to be open to new discoveries in your singing without being too judgmental. And singing then becomes a more joyful activity. Now I'm going to take you through some exercises that will prepare your body and your breath for your vocal practice session. We're going to start off with this stretch, taking the arms up over the head and feeling a nice tall spine, an elongation of the spine, if you will. And as I feel nice and tall through the spine, I'm going to take a deep, low breath, imagining that the breath goes all the way down through the soles of my feet. So let's try that together. We will inhale and exhale. And one more time, inhale and exhale. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend slightly to the side here, feeling a nice side stretch through the body. And as I do this, I'm going to release my jaw and let the jaw just kind of go limp. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the tongue, releasing the tension in the back of the tongue and let that go limp. And I'm going to take a deep, low breath in. And again, breathe. And now let's take it to the other side. Feeling the stretch through the other side of the body, letting the tongue go limp and the jaw go limp. And breathe in and release the breath. And inhale and release. And then come back up to center and release the arms down. Next, take it into some deep shoulder rolls. If you're like me, you might feel some crunchiness going on in the back of the shoulders here with the muscles. And then next, what we're going to do is do a couple neck stretches. So take your hand to the opposite side of your head and just apply a little bit of pressure to the ear so that way you're feeling a nice stretch through the side of the neck. And again, let the jaw go limp and the tongue go limp. And now take the hand slightly behind the ear, press slightly forward. So you're almost pressing your or pushing your head down in a diagonal direction, and breathe in and release. And now we'll take it to the opposite side. Opposite hand over the opposite ear, and breathe in. Release the jaw and the tongue, and breathe out. One more inhalation, and breathe out. And now take the hand slightly behind that ear, push slightly forward, and inhale, and release. Inhale again, and release. And bring the head back up to center and the hand down to the side. Now, just take your head and gently dip it forward. You'll feel a nice stretch down the back of the neck, probably into the back itself. And again, inhale, imagining the breath goes all the way down to the soles of the feet. Inhale, and exhale. Now bring the head back to center, and now let it very carefully dip back just slightly so that you feel a nice slight stretch in through the tongue here. And breathe in and release. Bring your head back in line with the spine. The next stretch I want to show you is actually one that I got from yoga. What you're going to do is you're going to cactus your arms like this, and you're going to bend backwards from the waist, letting your head follow your spine, and you're going to take a deep low breath in, feeling your abdominals engage a little bit as you inhale, and release the air. Now you should also feel a nice stretch in the front of the body from shoulder to shoulder as you do this. And then come back forward, back to center, and release the arms down. Now, a couple of other things that I have my students do to alleviate points of muscular tension are these. The first is to think about the knees. Now, sometimes we can hold some tension in our knees, so I always recommend doing a couple little knee bends just to make sure we're not locking those knees out and that they can feel soft. The other exercise will require a little bit of balance unless you have something to hold on to. So stand on one foot, lift up the other, and what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of roll your foot around in a circle. This is stretching out any tension that could be held in the ankle. And if you're able to balance on one foot too, that just gives you more body awareness as well. So let's switch feet and try it on the other foot. As you can see, I'm showing you with my hand the motion of the foot and what the ankle is doing because I can't get it in this shot, unfortunately. Okay, now lastly for our stretches, I want to talk about any of the muscular tension that could be held in the jaw or the tongue. So we're going to start off by giving the jaw a bit of a massage. We're going to let the jaw just hang, and we're going to rub. And then to work out the tongue muscular tension, you're going to take the tip of the tongue, place it behind the bottom lower teeth here, right here, and you're going to extend the tongue outward. It's going to almost roll forward a little bit like this. And then take it to the other side, and then the other side. And then lastly, I'm going to let the tongue flip in and out very quickly, like this. Almost reminds me of a little puppy dog flitting its tongue in and out. Okay, so now I've taken you through a variety of stretches to prepare your body for your vocal practice session. Now I'm going to take you through a breath warm-up and a couple small vocalizations that also help to warm up the breath. So the first breath warm-up I'm going to show you consists of this. You're going to inhale for 3 counts, and on a shh, release sound out over 10 counts. Then you're going to inhale immediately for 3 counts, exhale for 20 counts, inhale for 3 counts, and then exhale for 30. So you and I can try this together right now. I'm going to start off by putting one hand right below the belly button area here. You are welcome to do that as well for yourself, or you can take one hand and put it on the lower part of the rib cage here. So I'm just going to put mine right here, right below my belly button area, and I'm going to inhale for 3 counts and shush out for 20. Inhaling for 3 and 10. Inhale for 3. Exhale for 20. Inhale for 3. Exhale for 30. So that's a great breath exercise to get your body and your breath warmed up. Now, to hook your breath up to your voice, let me show you a couple exercises here. The first one is going to involve humming. Now, as you are humming, I want you to think about releasing the jaw and releasing any tension in the tongue by feeling as if the tongue just lays on the floor of the mouth. And the particular humming exercise I'm going to show you could be sung in any part of the vocal range, but I'm just going to demonstrate it here for my voice. And it goes like this. So you heard I could either choose to take it up each time or down each time. Now, the last exercise I'm going to show you involves something called lip trills. And what a lip trill looks like is this. Now, what I love to do is to put pitches with it because it helps to teach the body what kind of breath we need to use in order to support the pitch that we want to sing. So again, the lip trill can be used in a variety of different ways, but I'm just going to use it in this particular vocal warm-up that goes like this. And of course, I can take that higher and higher in my vocal range or take it lower in my vocal range. So here we have gone through a variety of exercises to help warm up the body and the breath, getting us ready for our vocal practice session. Thank you so much for joining me here at ASV today as we talked about steps you can take during your pre-practice time to set yourself up for a rewarding vocal practice session. If you found this video helpful and informational, then check out some of the other videos here on this channel, and of course, subscribe to this channel. Until we meet again, happy singing!